All right, welcome to another Woods Family on the Go. Lenora watched the Tyler Perry movie. What is it?
Duplicity. That's out. That's Prime streaming Prime video.
Okay.
I keep forgetting we got Prime.
Yeah.
So I can go and watch it.
Okay.
But I had to take my time because I'm like, another Tyler Perry.
It's just a movie, not a movie series or nothing.
She watched the series, Beauty and the Black.
Oh, but we're doing this one.
16 part.
Okay.
I watched a movie similar to the one that the movies that he's been recently making with the Megan and what's her name's ex-husband, and then the one with Kelly Rowland. Movies like that. So I was like, I hope this be a okay movie. So I watched it. Duplicity, if you look up the word duplicity, I think it means pretending to be something that another person. Yeah.
Okay.
So making people think you're this person and you're not really. You're something else. Or you're two people. And the same issue I have, the thing is, the topics were, it was so many topics that the young lady who's playing the main part, who's a lawyer, her boyfriend, she has helped him get out of his situation. So that was her using her legal expertise. But she has a female friend. If the 4 or 5 of them go and work out together at the club, at the gym. So her female friend, who is actually married to her brother, they've having some issues in their marriage. So of course she's trying to make them talk because that's her brother. He wants her brother to be happy with his wife.
Alerts?
I don't have to do all of it, but it might be some spoiler alerts.
So we'll say
the news person said that.
Okay.
I wanted my sister to read partly of what one of the news people had said that I truly agree with a lot of Tyler Perry's movies. I'm not, one of the reasons why I'm not fond of a lot of his movies is because of the acting. Okay. Some of the actors that he's always allowing opportunities, which I love that he does, they're not good actors.
Yeah, they're not strong.
If he mixes them with good, strong actors, maybe that helps. Right. The only one that I remember in this Duplicity one was the gentleman, I can't think of his name. He's a short guy, and he's been in drama and comedy. Okay. First Wives Club, he played a husband. Okay. Other stuff. And I like him. When I saw him, I went, okay, well, we're okay with now. But the main character, which was a lady lawyer, her and her sister-in-law character. You always have female lawyers. I don't know. What's the deal with that? Okay. And they're not good acting. Whenever you are told, if you're upset, I don't need to hear you scream, stop! You can show you're upset without even with your face, without raising your voice.
That could be the directing too. Just if Tyler's directing,
if he's allowing that in his directing, because even sometimes my dear characters go off crazy. Yeah, they go too overboard. If you gotta constantly say what I'm doing, who I am, what I'm you're not. The storyline
also writes it too.
Exactly. So I wasn't happy about the acting. Number 2. They threw in another black man being wrongly being shot because a racist white cop, and they thought he had a gun, wearing the hoodie.
Did they have any positive black men? Because they say he always never really had positive black males.
Let me think.
This street is bumpy. Go ahead.
The positive.
They said it never. They always flawed in some kind of way. It's never like a strong black male.
The only positive black man that I remember in Duplicity was the white cop. That he was being accused of being racist. Wow. He was from a small town. They found out his history that he had in the military had beaten a black guy up. Come to find out, his wife is a black woman, and she's trying to defend him. She said, my husband is a good man. But then why was the news about him beating up somebody? She said that black man, he was beating a black man because the man was trying to beat me up. So he was defending me. Right. And he beat him down. But things that you think are supposed to happen didn't happen, and so forth. So they were all over the place. Now I did kind of like.
Was it a good movie?
One thing I did like about the movie was it did take you on a journey. You didn't know who to trust. Because you were following the black female lawyer.
I think he likes doing that in his movies, where it's like a spin or something.
And then he uses some of the same line. Like what's the word? The movie with Taraji in the boat. The thing when they were out on the boat and she got mad at her ex.
I didn't watch that, but I know what you're talking about.
Same boat kind of scene. Okay. So read what this lady or this news person said in that paragraph I copied.
So they said it's that last part that was so frustrating. Why was there so much exposition at a pivotal part in the movie? If you have to tell us and can't show us, then quite frankly, you have not actually successfully made a movie. And look, Perry has already called out highbrow critics like us who have negative things to say about his films. But dang, I have engaged with his work for over 20 years at this point. I like to see some growth where I can see how his storytelling has evolved for the better.
Yes.
It doesn't seem like that's actually happening.
No.
And it upsets me.
Yes.
Aaron.
She said that. I remember Regina, what's Regina's like, the black actress that's in
I know King. Okay.
She said the same thing.
He don't like to take criticism.
I want him
he needs
to
take
grow.
That. You gotta grow. As a writer,
as
you gotta producer, as a director.
Yes.
If you're still doing the same stuff
yes.
that you've been doing for 20 years.
Thank you.
It's an easy thing because you know you got an audience and you're gonna have an audience they're gonna like it.
It's safe
but
too.
We wanna see him where he does something that is
makes us go, is that Tyler Perry's
right?
written?
Yeah, or let somebody else write.
Yes.
Or direct or produce.
I liked one of his movies. I did like When a Family Prays.
Well, that was the actresses.
Because of the actresses.
He had strong actresses.
He had Alfred Woodard. He had Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
Anything you put them in,
they're gonna be good.
They're gonna be good.
If you have a good actor, they can almost read anything.
And
they can read the ingredients on a box of spaghetti.
Thank you.
This guy really wants to get mine.
I know.
Okay, so
but I just felt, even though they took you through a lot of turns in it, it really failed to. I'm trying to figure out what was the storyline, because when they brought in the black guy being shot by a white cop, they used that as the main story, but yet you didn't see that happen just that one time, and then the ending was really weird. I'm sorry, Tyler. Yeah. I don't even know what to give this one as far as rating.
Yes, on a scale from 1 to 5, 1 is it was horrible. I turned it off. I can't even watch it. Number 2 is I might as well watch it. Either I paid for it or I put my time and energy into it, so I'm just going to follow it to the end. Yeah. Number 3 is it's okay. I would say if you want to go see it or watch it on TV or whatever. Number 4 is it was good. I actually suggest you go see it. It was a good movie. And number 5 is I'll slap your mama, my mama, and everybody's mama to see this movie again. On a scale from 1 to 5, what do you give Duplicity by Tyler Perry?
I'm sorry. There were a 2. I was getting ready to turn it off.
But you had to see the ending?
I needed, and then you know what? This is how you
see, that's one of the ones I would just flip to the end.
This is how you know it's a 2. I fast forward.
That's what I was going to say. I would just go to the end.
Seriously, I fast forwarded, and I fast forward when she and her boyfriend was at the house of the black cop.
Yeah, that's
who was being accused.
So a 2,
then I fast forward to the end.
Yeah, a 2 is something I would just fast forward just to get to the ending of it.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't go through this.
Yeah, a 1 is I'm not even watching it.
Just turn it off.
Really bad. I'm gonna turn it off.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So 2 is I'll at least fast forward to get to the end to find out how it ends. All right, so you give it a 2.
I give it a 2. I'm proud of Tyler Perry for where he's been and what he's come from and what he's doing in the industry. Allowing a lot of actors opportunities that don't have
having a studio. I love that.
Studio, that's beautiful. But I really wish
he's still in the same place.
That he grows with his writing, or let others write. That's one thing you should also do, Tyler. You're allowing the doors opening for actors. Yeah. And now dancers, open
it up for directors, producers, writers, all of that.
Step back. Step away.
And you just beat a guy over it.
Yeah, look at the storyline. Yeah. If you want to challenge them on some stuff, but let some new, fresh ideas come.
Like I think he did with what was Precious, wasn't it? Yeah. He was one of the producers, like Oprah Winfrey. Do that. Do some more Precious.
Lee Daniels. Wasn't Lee Daniels?
Yeah, Lee Daniels was the one that was the director and stuff.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So that was another Woods Family on the go. See you later.